Good day, everyone. Good day, Sir Amiruddin. We are the Group 3 and we're going to discuss our topic, Custom of Tagalog by Juan de Plasencia. Juan de Plasencia was born to the illustrious family of the Porta Carrieros and Plasencia in the region of Extremadura, Spain in the early 16th century. He is believed to have arrived in the Philippines in 1578. After a stopover in Mexico, as soon as he arrived, he joined forces with another missionary, Fray Diego de Oropesa, and they both started preaching around Laguna de Bay and Tayabas, Quezon province, where he founded several towns. During the following years, they are also credited with the foundation of a large number of towns in the provinces of Bulacan, Laguna, and Rizal, such as Tayabas, Caliraya, Lukban, Mahayhay, Nagcarlan, Lilio, Pila, Santa Cruz, Lukban, Pangil, Simuluan, Morong, Antipolo, Taytay, and Migawayan. He was also known as to be a defender of the native population, looking after poor, ill, or neglected, and standing up for the region and for their rights on numerous occasions. He was also very keen on creating primary schools and requested official sanction for the creation of educational centers where Filipinos could not only learn Christian doctrine, but also reading and writing and some arts and crafts, so they would become after not only good Christians but also useful citizens. An initiative that was approved by Domingo de Salazar, the first bishop of the See of Manila. So, the next discussion, I will pass the microphone to let's discuss the social hierarchy.
So, this is the social hierarchy. The datos, maharlikas, aliping namamahay, and aliping sigigilid.
Datos refers to the leaders or leaders of pre-colonial Philippine society, particularly in Tagalog region. They are at top of social hierarchy and hold power. They make decisions, manage the community, and keep things running smoothly. They have a lot of power and influence. People respected them and follow their lead. The datos belong to the high social class. They are like kings or queens of their communities.
So, ang kaning mga datos is mao niyang mga dagko, mao niyang mga dagko granggo sa ilaha. Mura na sila mga kings or sa ato karon mura sila mga presidente.
Then the Maharlika, sometimes called nobility, the middle class between the powerful datos and the regular people. They had certain privileges but also had responsibilities to the community. They are important people. Think of them assistants to the datos of leaders of smaller groups within the community.
So, kaning maharlikas, mo niyang assistant sa datos. Pero mas assistant taban, mura sa tabante, pero mas dagko kan sila sa mga alipin.
Then ang kaning aliping mamahay, it is a commoner where they have obligation. They have obligation to serve their datos or master. They might be required to accompany the dato on journeys or assist with their rowing boats. So ang kaning aliping na mamahay kay
Nanis na obligasyon na serve sa ilang mga datos o ilang mga master.
then ang kaning aliping sa gigilid, these slaves live in their master's household and work directly for them. With no personal freedom, their position within the social hierarchy is the lowest.
So, ang kanibong aliping sa gigilid ang pinaka-lowest sa ilang kapanahonan. Mao ni ang mga trabahante nga nagpuyo ra sa balay sa ilang mga master.
Mao ni mga sulugoon nga hindi pinungto na paano na nasa kagalingon ng chief ba na balidag ko nga. So kaning aliping na mamahay is na ikaw mga free people, while the aliping sa gigilid own their master.
Nasa ilang mga master, ang kaniya,
Nasa freedom, mga free na ang lugar na puyo. Then
is religious beliefs will be discussed by Miss Zalen Rose.
So, religious beliefs is simbahan. The simbahan is the words from the road towards Simba, which means to worship or to attend a religious ceremony, a place to worship. So, ang simbahan ko no kay kini nagkita og kung giunsa ang ilang pagka-espirituhanon konektado sa kinaihan o sa mga siklo niini sa kinai nga ilang gihatod sa isaulog sa ilang adlaw nga kinabuhi. So, Bathala was regarded as the supreme being for God. The Tagalog believed Bathala was the creator of all things and the highest deity in their spirituality hierarchy. This belief reflects the deep-rooted religious system of pre-colonial Philippines. So, ang Bathala ko no kay nakita kini ang mga Pilipino sa wala pa ang kolonyal nga mga Pilipino. Adunay usa ka organisadong sistema sa relihiyon. Diin si Bathala ang sentro sa ilang pagtuo, paggananaw sa kalibutan, simbolo sa ilang lawom nga koneksyon sa paglalang o pagka-Diyos. Tala is deity of the stars and constellation morning star. So, ang pagpanghala ko no kay ang Diyos sa mga bituon, ilabi na sa bituon sa pagpagod, isimba nila ang adlaw ng bulan, labi na ang mga bagong bulan. Pag ang mga bituon, kini nagpakita kung giunsa ang ilang pagka-espirituhanon, konektado sa kinaihan sa mga siklo. Kini nga ilang gitahod ug isaulog sa ilang adlaw nga kinabuhi. The worship various idols is Bathala is supreme god, Mapulon is the god of seasons, Dayan Matsalanta is goddesses of love and childbirth, Nakapati is god of fertility and agriculture, Ideally goddesses of labor and good deeds, Agni is god of fire, Balangaw is god of rainbow, Dalahon is god of harvest, Mandarangal is god of war. Next topic is marriage customs to be discussed by Mr. Cuestas.
About the marriage customs. The marriage custom is in a pre-colonial Tagalog marriage customs is more likely a process. The Pananilbihan drawing an agreement. Pananilbihan, the men serves the Roman family to gain their trust. Ang pananilbihan ko no kay sa pagsalig sa inyong sa o sa glory, the man should be fulfilled creating conditions including bagakay, land of God, paghimuyo, give the bridge parents that imawara even during the infancy period and bridge back by groom parents. Glory or give the money or property that parents give their daughter and when she gets married eye. Agreement. Once that conditions were met, families would meet in ceremony that is called or palayon for pamumulungan and discuss and further agreement on the wedding. Dire kay once this namoy agreement sa sagsaka ninyo. Mag-meet yung ginikanan para mag-agree yung pag-marriage.
Under the marriage customs, I will discuss the burial. They also believe that if the deceased one is a chief, he was placed beneath a little porch which they constructed for this purpose. Before entering him, they mourned him for 4 days, and afterwards placed him in a boat, which served as a coffin, or bier. So they also believe that if the deceased one is a warrior, a living slave was tied beneath his body. And for many days, the family of the dead man bewailed him until finally they were weary of it. So they believe also there are two existence after life. The first one is the Makkah, which is the paradise or village of rest. The second one is the Kasanaan, which is the place of punishment.
Francis Collin was a Spanish missionary, a member of the Society of Jesus, a historian and educator. Collin spent many years in the Philippines and wrote historical account around 1640. Collin's labor, published in 1663, presents the story of Jesus' mission in the Philippines, China, and Japan down from 1616. The Nicholas was as a part of Jesus Philippines province appears in both historical account of the Spanish and in his record of the Jesuit mission. So si Francis Collin sa custom of Portugal, nag-focus siya sa mga ethnic group like Ita and Tuguro.
Francisco Collin and Juan de Plasencia have their own point of view. Juan de Plasencia is more particular to the Tagalog people and focus siya sa mga Tagalog people, fulfilling their social organization, animistic concepts and rituals such as the barangay system, the Babylan factions. Then, on the other hand, Francisco Collin covers several ethnic groups such as Visayans, Moros, Igorots, and Aitas, and the effects of Spanish colonization on indigenous practices. Whereas Plasencia's work is more specifically aimed at the Tagalogs back at the time. Then Collin's narrative brings out the richness of Philippine culture and the transformation introduced by Spanish dominion, providing a broader picture of the archipelago social landscape.